Hi, this is David Minster, G4 Guitar in Lake Forest with another video lesson for you. And in today's lesson, we're going to be taking a look at how to play our first C chord, the one-fingered C chord. So the chord diagram for this can be found on page 14 of your G4 method guide. So if you don't have that with you, then pause the video here, go away and find the manual and come back, and then we'll begin the lesson. So taking a look at page 14 of the method guide, and you can see a copy of that page appearing in this video screen right now, we're going to be looking at the top left-hand chord diagram that says C, and it's a one-fingered C chord. So all our one-finger chords are played on the top three strings, the strings 3, 2, 1, or the G, the B, and the high E string. Okay, so our one-fingered C chord, we play like this. We take our first finger, okay, our index finger, and we're going to position that on fret number 1, okay, of string number 2, okay, and when we push down on string number 2, fret number 1, we get that sound. That's the sound we're looking for. Okay, so we need to practice pushing down just before the fret wire. As you can see the fret wire here, the finger needs to be just before it, not touching it. Okay, we push down and we practice getting that sound of the fat note ringing out nice and clearly. We then take our finger away, pick the second string open, and then we put our finger back and we get the sound ringing out. So we want to practice being able to put our finger on and off, and every time we put it down, we work to get the note ringing out clearly like a bell. Okay, once we got to that point, okay, we would then strum the top three strings together, and that gives us our C chord. Now, we may find that you have something sounding like on string number 1. Some of the strings are not ringing clearly. This chord's a little tricky to begin with, because what we have to do is we have to lift our number 1 finger, okay, in a circle over the first number 1 string to let the number 1 string ring through. So if you can see, my finger is actually curved around so that string number 1 can pass underneath that string without touching it. Okay, so we really have to put our finger number 1 on fret number 1, the second string, really on our fingertip, which we're speaking about playing on our fingertips, to allow that string number 1 to ring through. Okay, so that may take a little bit of practice. The best way of doing that is think about putting the thumb around the back of the guitar, dropping our wrist, and as you can see, I've got some space here between my finger and the bottom of the guitar, which allows the finger to curl round. If the hand is crunched up like that, okay, it's not so easy because we cram our fingers together. So we want to have our hand dropped, the thumb round the back, so we get this curve. Okay, and with practice you can get it. Okay, and it sounds like this when it's done. Okay, so that's our one-finger C chord. So practice that away, and we'll talk about it more in our lessons. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.